right, good morning, guys. The main point of this whole video is so that we can start talking about what you're trying to navigate with this online learning schedule on US history. So, this is mainly a video if you have a lot of questions or if you're not exactly sure how to move forward in our class. The whole purpose of this video, or I should say, some of the questions that we're trying to answer here, the questions are: how do I know what to do each day? How do I access links or worksheets for this class? What if I fall behind? What should I be doing daily in this class? When will each week's schedule be posted? How can I use technology to make assignments and readings easier? And how best you can reach me? What are the best practices as we move forward? So, to get us started, I just want to go through briefly how you know what to do each day. So we're going to head on over to Canvas, and I'm going to just be over on our Canvas screen. Obviously, you're probably going to start at home, so I'll start there as well with you. So we start on our home screen, and then you want to go ahead, click on Modules. And if you were with me last week when we were still in school for the one day, we briefly went through this, but this is just me trying to kind of reiterate what this plan is and how it's going to work moving forward. So, our module that we're working on is always going to be on top right now, just so that it's very easy to find. And so, you can take a look here. It says COVID-19 online learning schedule. Anything you need for the current week. Let me repeat that: the current week will be found in that module. And so you can see I have a tab that says our plan this week. And so, as you might guess, whatever it is that I want you to be doing for the week that we're currently on, that is where you want to be looking. Okay. So it says our plan this week. We are going into week 29. So, tomorrow is going to be the 23rd. This Friday is going to be the 27th. So I know that this is the correct week that I should be clicking on. So if I give this a click, and we wait for it to load. There we go. So each week, I am going to make an effort of having the entire week planned out for you. That way, you know exactly what it is that is expected of you for all 5 days, and you can plan yourself. You can make your to do lists. And if you like to, you can also work ahead. And so, really, the main focus each day, if you just want to come in and you do Monday, then you're done. Okay, or then you do Tuesday, then you're done. That's fine. If you're somebody that can get Monday and Tuesday done in one day and you want to keep moving forward, you are more than welcome to. All the links are going to be available. So, what I want to go through first, if you're looking at this on Monday, the March 23rd, okay, each day is going to have a goal. So I take a look at my goal for the day. It says, today I will begin designing my infographic, including my research and cited sources. So that is really the only thing that I have to be concerned with for Monday. And then any directions, any resources or worksheets that I might need for the day are always going to be posted right below today's goal. And so it just so happens that between Monday and Tuesday, we're kind of working on the same assignment, which is why I have those boxes merged. And so I have a click here to watch the video tutorial. I have different tips for what it is that I want you to be doing. And then I also have a suggestion if you need additional support. So what's sitting in this box? That's all you need for Monday and Tuesday. Once I'm ready to move on for Wednesday, then I can take a look at my resources, worksheets, and directions. This is all you need to know for Wednesday, and so on and so forth. So each day will have a short goal, and every day I will have whatever materials you need to complete that goal listed directly below it. So this is where you know what to do each day. This is the only thing you need to refer to is our week schedule. Okay. So then my next question on my kind of help video here is, how do I access links or worksheets for this class? And so in the same schedule that we were just looking at, all of the links are going to be available right here. This is your go-to spot. Anything that I want you to look at, anything that I want you to be working on is going to be available on this schedule. And so you can see the language that I'm using is a lot of click here to watch or click here to read. You can see if I take a look, that's going to be a hyperlink, okay? Which means that whatever it is that I want you to do, By clicking there, it'll take you to the website or Google document that I want you to be looking at. And so if you're at all wondering how to access those links, they're always going to be available on our schedule. Okay. Now, the other thing that you want to also be taking a look at is there obviously, it's not possible for me to put everything on our schedule. And so we can see that Thursday, for example, this Thursday, the point is that you are going to be watching a video. Okay. And instead of having a specific link to the video, I've said on Canvas, click on the tab below the schedule labeled Thursday's Ed Puzzle video, Wilson's 14 points. So I know as a student, then I want to head back over to our modules on Canvas, and I'm looking for a link that's sitting right below this schedule. And so then I can see it sitting right there, Thursday's Ed Puzzle video, Wilson's 14 points. So sometimes you will have to navigate in and out of that schedule, but for the most part, everything that you need to know for completing the day's work, as well as accessing links, are always going to be available in whatever week that we're sitting on in our schedule for the week. Okay. So, our next question on this help video, what if I fall behind? So, if you fall behind, it might happen, right? You guys are juggling a lot of tasks right now. You have a lot of responsibility sitting on your shoulders, which means that you have to be extremely accountable for all of the work that needs to be completed, really more or less without your teachers being there in your lives every single day. So, what if you fall behind? We're going to head back over to Canvas, taking a look at our modules. And so, like I mentioned before, all of your current schedules are going to be sitting in this upper module where it says COVID-19 online learning schedule. And you can see that it only has week 29. Only our current week is listed there. Okay. And so what happens to our previous weeks, right? What if I didn't finish week 28's work and I need to know how to go back and figure out where I need to be? Well, we're going to just go ahead and scroll down, and we can see here that there is a module that says past week's work and projects. So after every week finishes, I'm going to be putting that old schedule down into this module. So you can still access it. Everything is still live, but that way we also know that it's not what is taking place currently. Okay. And so I can still click on week 28. That would have been last week, the one day that we were still in school, and then the beginning of our online schooling. And so I can tell a couple of things with this schedule, okay? First, look at the dates. Obviously, we are not within that week anymore. And so I know that this is a past schedule. But another indicator to pay attention to when we're trying not to fall behind, or if we have fallen behind, is after every day, I will make that day blue. Okay. And so maybe some of you meant or saw this as we were working last week, but after each day, I made that day's goal and resources blue so that you know that time has passed. You should be moving forward from here. Your main goal is that you don't want to fall behind and be stuck in the blue. And so we can see that this entire week is blue because it's completely passed. However, all of the links are still completely live. So you can still click on something, it will bring you to what you need to see. And so, despite the fact that it might be signaling you've fallen behind, you can still continue to work through it. My main goal to you guys, or I would say my main suggestion, is try not to fall in the blue. Okay. If you have to go back into a work day that is blued out, that means that you've fallen behind. You don't want to do that. Our goals are short, and I'm trying to make them purposeful so that you can get them done in a short period of time. But you also do need to make those plans and you do need to complete the work. Okay. So that covers what if I fall behind. Remember, on our modules, we have current week, and then just below that, a module that says past week's work and projects. And so anything that has happened in the past will plop down here after that time has gone. And so just this week, once our project date has passed, this entire project is going to plop right down in there. This is so that we can keep this area clean and so that you know exactly what you should be looking for each week. All right. So, next question. It says, what should I be doing daily in this class? So, daily, I would highly recommend taking a look at your schedule. Now, it's not super often that I will adjust the schedule simply because I want to make sure that you have access to it for the entire week. But there are times where I might either adjust the goal for the day, or I might even post a message in the upper section of our schedule if, for example, we have a Google Meet planned, or if I want everybody to have a collective message. And so daily, be making a habit of just checking in, having the schedule up so that you know exactly what it is that you need to be completing for the day. In addition to this, you also want to be checking for announcements. So if you have announcements that pop up on your cell phone because you have the Canvas app, awesome. They'll pop up like a little text message, and I like to keep announcements really short. Otherwise, if you don't have that, you can also get announcements on Canvas by clicking on announcements. And anything that I might want to post that I want you guys to see immediately will come through on an announcement. And so, for example, last week, I posted our Google Meet announcement. And so this was a good morning, everyone. I gave you guys the link so that you could log on and we could have a chat session. So be on the lookout for both announcements daily as well as checking your schedule daily. All right. So our next question says, when will each week's schedule be posted? So I am trying to make an effort to get our whole week schedule posted on Sundays. That way, going into Monday, you have, again, full access to everything that's expected of you for the week, but you can also start planning your week and becoming a really accountable, super responsible student. At the absolute latest, all of the schedules will be posted on Monday at 9 a.m. So, again, I'm going to try to get them out on Sundays, but at the very latest, your week's schedule will be available or made available to you at Monday, 9 a.m. All right. Second to last question. How can I use technology to make assignments or readings easier? So now that we're completely online, one of the fantastic tips that I'd like to give to you about making assignments or reading easier is the application on your Chromebook. Everybody should have this for reading or listening to your readings rather than actually sitting there reading them, because I'm sure you guys are getting assigned a lot of readings right now. So we're going to go over to our modules for the day, and I'm actually just going to take you to week 29 this week. So this week, Friday, following finishing your project by Wednesday, I actually have a New Zealand article that I'd like you to read. So, for example, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the link that brings me to that article. And it's not too long of an article. It's fairly full of information, but definitely a 10 to 15-minute read, depending on how quick you read. If you're not in the mood for reading, however, this is the fantastic application. So I want you to head over to the top section of your Chromebook. You can see this little puzzle piece here. It's a RW for read and write. If I go ahead and I click on that, I'm going to get a lot of different buttons that pop up. The main thing that is awesome about this application is I can highlight any website or any document and it'll read that document for me. So I can sit back and I can listen. It cuts down reading significantly. So if you're somebody that would rather just listen or follow along as it's read to you, this is a fantastic technology piece. So I'm going to go ahead and try this with recording my screen. But what I would do is if I want to start reading at this spot, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight that beginning section. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit play and it should begin reading for me.
The Paris Peace Conference was called to establish the terms of the peace after World War I. It was convened in January 1919 at the Palace of Versailles, just outside Paris.
All right.
Though nearly 30 nations.
So I hit the stop button. It will go on and it'll read the entire thing for you. So again, if that's something that you're interested in, awesome. If you're not wild about your voice that is on there, you can actually also change the voices by going to options And then the first option will be speech, and you can choose from a variety of different, not only languages, but also accents. So, depending on what you're interested in listening to. So, this is just one of my tips for making some of your online learning a little easier. My last question that I wanted to attend to today is how can I best reach Mrs. Shanaki? So, the best way to reach me is going to be through email, but also if you feel like there's just something we need to talk face to face about, we can have individual Google Meet sessions where we just have a video chat about very specific questions. It can either be a group of you or it can be a one on one session to try and cover some of your questions. Sometimes that's easier because we're talking, it's a little more face to face than going back and forth with messaging. But right now, email is the ideal way to contact me. So I hope this video helped you guys today. Obviously, this is a really weird time that we're working through. And so if you have any questions or concerns, or even just want to talk about what it is that we're working through at this point in time, I am here to help. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and I wish you the best of luck in navigating this.